Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to iCraft SMP, and I've got an interesting surprise for you. So a couple villagers, I guess, died here. I don't know what happened, but somebody screwed up the rails here, and it caused the cart to drop, and several villagers were down below. But check this wonderful, wonderful sign out. Let's see if I can get down there. Look who I just found. He's over here. He's actually down the end over here. I can't walk like this. Okay, there we go. Check out the sign right next to my head. In fact, right above my head, it says cartographer. This may be one of the very first that I know of, so he can only, unfortunately, do paper for emeralds. And if you noticed all this other junk in here, so we are planning on building a pumpkin melon farm here. Hopefully when daylight comes, and the only thing I did not bring was a bed. How smart of me, right? I totally forgot the bed. We do have a little bit of paper here, but there's paper actually in the bin next door in one of the other things, and I eventually got to get rid of this book. I wish I had some wool, but there's no wool anywhere in these chests here. So what we are going to do is, one, we're going to check this chest. There is no wool anywhere in here. That's too bad. We need a bed here. That would be actually very helpful. Next time I will do this, I will bring a bed to this area. Number two, we are going to build that pumpkin melon farm. That pumpkin melon farm, I'm going to explain a bit more in detail on my Project Redstone. I want to point out a few things. So we're going to essentially, this is why I've got a boatload of pistons here. We're actually going to use 40 pistons. Yes, that's kind of crazy, right? It's essentially going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, about 20 right there we're going to need for one set of pistons, and the other set of pistons is going to be for essentially this slime block. They're all going to be sticky piston, and then we're going to do it again with a set of pistons. I've got about 80 observers. I'm going to probably use them all. Then I think I'm going to probably have leftover pistons. I was thinking about making it bigger, but I'm going to start with what I have and then see where I go. What essentially is going to be one stack is going to be for pumpkins, one stack is going to be for melon. So let's get up top. Let's watch me survive somehow this crazy evening, and let's see who wants to kill me today. This little dude, dude, you're faster than a kid. Okay, I am burning up, thank you very much, and I can't even see you. Did I get you? I think I did. Okay, good. I think we're safe now. So, 2C, or originally XB, wherever his sign is, there it is, XB, originally made several of these. Oh, come on. Why am I lagging now? Why must I lag now, buddy? There it goes, much better. Okay, yes, so anyway, 2C made essentially one of these here. He had plans on doing some things with it, and in fact, I don't know if he just... You know what? I don't know if he's planning on doing stuff here, because it looks like he's been digging around here. Oh God, really? Well, this could be a great time for a creeper to drop in and just kill me, huh? There we go. Get out of here, buddy. Get out of here. Anyway, so it looks like he's making it out of sandstone, and then there's a few more over here. And you'll notice there's at least like 2 blocks over here. I don't know if he's planning on doing stuff here as well. But either way, we are going to commandeer this. What's missing here is at least a few things. We have sugarcane here. We have fresh raw chicken here. But what is essentially missing is the pumpkin melon farm, which is I'm hoping maybe can fit here if I do it right. Kind of doing it side by side. I'm going to have to measure it first. And then the other thing that's missing is essentially a wheat farm and a carrot farm. Once we get those things in, we will have whatever we need to get everything in here realistically without needing wool, without needing strings or anything else like that. All right, guys, so let me try to survive the rest of the evening. I will be back with some more details. Okay, guys, I've dug out a rough size of about 23-ish by, about 12 by, I haven't done the height yet. The height's going to actually be going down about 5 or 6 or so, but I'm actually going to try to go down like 2 under here because I want to at least put, thank you, Foam, for telling me there's going to rain. I want to at least put some glass, and I want to have at least an airspace in between the glass and the top block. So technically, the top is technically a 5, so I'm probably going to go down 7. So let me see if I can dig down 7, make this hole big enough. I'm going to start with one side, and then eventually I'm going to come and do the other side. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, guys, I pretty much dug a giant hole. Yep, it's big enough to fit everything, what I'm looking for, at least for the single one here. It's going to actually have two parts to this. There is going to be one, what is it? How does it go again? One is going to sit here, and then the second one's going to sit right after it. And then it's all going to be somehow fitting all in this area. And this one section going to house pumpkin. And then the section that's going to be on the other side of this wall is going to house melons. And that's what's going to fill our pumpkin melon farm. Yay! And by the way, I need more smooth stone. I don't know where the desert is. I'm going to have to go wander around finding that. So that way I can at least line the back wall, because all I got is 10 left, and that's not going to be enough for that back wall there. This wall's coming down, so it's going to be interconnected, and then this is going to kind of continue over anyways. And then I got to line eventually this back wall over here and that back wall. So down the road, we'll get there. For now, we're going to do pumpkins first, melons later. And by the way, I could totally do this with mango design. I'm not going to, because if that thing is going to be like really crazy laggy, and I'm not going to do that. No way, no heck, no how. Okay guys, probably the most annoying and hardest part to figure out, honestly, it's going to be the rails. If you really want to see how that goes, check out the video in Project Redstone, because I can explain what's going on with the rails, but this is essentially the piece you want to make sure happen, so that way as it travels around, it eventually pops into there and then pops back out, and it actually does what it needs to do to make it all the way at least to this side right here, because this is where the second half of the machine is going to end up. And again, this is going to be all pumpkins on this side, so this is where half the machine is. And it does need to stick out here, because I do need to grow additional plants. Where the sandstone currently is sitting, that is actually where some of the what do you call it? Oh, I ran out of dirt. But anyway, some of the stalks are going to end up going. They're going to be 4 stalks per section, because the water is going right down in the middle, which of course I didn't make any half slab for. But yeah, that should be kind of easy to grab. Okay guys, you may not know this, but all of the rails finally done. I haven't added any water in the center yet, but as you can see, I'm going to have 8 stalks, pretty much 16 stalks of pumpkin growing here, and eventually on that side, 16 stalks of melon also growing here. And you can just check out the rails. It does work like it's supposed to. I don't have it hooked up, obviously. I need to eventually set up the hookup mechanism, but you can see it doing a thing, zooming along, going where it needs to go, and eventually it makes its way to the outer edge. And I kind of wish this was the other way around, but hey, whatever, this will do. I can live with that. And it eventually docks right over there, and it should dock just in time. If not, I might just, have to move this thing or change it or whatever. I'm not going to plant any plants until I get at least most of the outside done. That's probably what I'm going to do tomorrow, because I'm kind of tired at the moment, because it is midnight. Yay! I've been doing this for about 3 hours, digging a hole, practically digging a hole for like 2 hours. For the most part, yeah. Get rid of all of my rails, because I don't need them at the moment. What I do need to start working on is putting in the piston and the observer. So let me show you how that's going to work real quick. I'm not going to do all the pistons, but basically this is where the stock's going. This is where one of the plants can... Oops, oh god, okay, too many pistons. This is where one of the plants is going to go, so this spot, technically, is not needed. And I'm going to get some more iron to do this as well, because I want to frame part of this in iron, just so that way it looks nicer, okay? And so another stock is actually going right out here, and this is why we need some of that extra space to work with. Another part of the stock is going here, and then the next part of the stock is going right over here. And this will cover pretty much this, and this for this one stock. And it's going to repeat, and it's also going to cover part of this one. So it's also going to repeat for the entire set until we get down here. In fact, I might actually have enough to work with. Let's see if I do. I think I do. I could just take all those out, stick iron blocks in its place. Because technically, honestly, nothing will be growing anywhere in this area here. And I could just zoom that along just to pick up that random bit of dirt. Oh, okay. Random bit of dirt. There we go. And same thing here. I'll get that one in a few minutes. And this one's got to go. Unfortunately, this guy has got to go. There it goes. Okay, and then the observer blocks. The easiest way to get the observer blocks up is just to sit right over this and go 2 up. And just do the same thing going all the way through until you get to the other side. And this is why I need a little more time tomorrow to do some of this. And then what you're going to do is just knock out the bottom observer. Okay, on creative, I'll tell you, on creative it's actually a little easier to do and a little harder not to mess up, actually, because it's much easier to knock blocks off. And then up here, all you have to do is take your sticky pistons, and I need to find out how many I just put here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So we're just going to make 9 of these. Oh, wait. Let's just get one set of slime blocks. I've already got 7 right there, so we'll just make a few more here. 8, 9. There we go. That's all I need. We're going to put... Oh, come on. Sticky piston. There we go. We're just going to put a sticky piston, like, right up here. Is that where it goes? I get the feeling it goes somewhere else. No, that should be the right place, because what we're going to eventually do is stick our observer there. Yes, that's exactly where we want it. And then what we just have to stick here in the middle, which is where I don't have enough iron blocks to do, is we just stick a bunch of iron blocks kind of right down the center like that. So that way it keeps mobs from spawning, and then eventually I need to put some lights up there. Light is what I do have, but is in a box. Okay guys, I literally just woke up, so I don't know where I am now in this episode. So I'm just going to repeat maybe what I said. Oh yes, I do remember now. I have to go get some iron blocks. That way I can finish the rest of this. But basically this set is for the most part done with the exception of the water and the planting. And we have plenty of water to grab somewhere. Like there's tons of water down there, so we could just steal some of the water if we have to. That's not true. We could just steal it from that lake that's right over the hill there. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab some more blocks. I need mostly just the iron block is what I need, and then maybe a little more light and observers, but I'll worry about those later. So let me go do that off camera, and then I may or may not start on that, but I'm definitely gonna get the pumpkin going one way or another. At least so that way we don't have to bring pumpkins over here. The idea of what I'm going to do, by the way, down here is I'm going to have this thing go down to here and then have a chest pop out here. So that way we could just more easily grab our stuff, or better yet, have the chest kind of pop up over that way. That would be kind of cool. But either way, I would love to have the chest easily accessible right here. So that way we could just easily grab whatever we need much more easier than just like, you know, having to deal with it. We could just go down there, go around, rather than go back out, deal with the mobs and whatever. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm rambling now. Okay guys, the system is almost operational. I do need to set up the timer, which is going to go down here, which I haven't done yet. And I also need to set up the hopper system, which I also have not done yet. And of course planting. I haven't done the planting yet. I left this open so that way I can go through all of this and do all the planting at the last minute. And fill the water and, you know, get the pumpkins going. We're going to start with pumpkins, even though I'm running slowly out of food. I do need to go back to the desert. I did go to the desert, by the way, and pick up a boatload of smooth sandstone, which is awesome. Now I need to go back there and get a boatload of sand. So I'm going to actually do that right now, actually, if you think about it. I'm just going to tear all this out here and then just go ahead and get this wall started. At least this wall right here. Because the other wall I'm gonna tear down, because I'm gonna actually connect the two together, so that way they're connected, and they're only gonna be connected by this single path right here. So there's gonna be another light that's gonna be right next to it, which then begins the next section, which happens to be the outside of this I can't speak. The outside of the observer, which of course I need more observers. I only got 8 left. I burned through like 80 observers. That's just fun. So much fun. Okay guys, guess what? I now have pumpkins in these chests. I've been here, I don't know, maybe a half an hour or so. So let me show you what I've got in here. I've almost got a full stack of pumpkins after about a half an hour. And the reason I did the pumpkins first is because as I built a melon farm, that's going to take, I don't know, 2-3 hours at least in my slow moves of doing this. Then the pumpkins will actually keep going, keep punching and making more and more pumpkins while I make the melons. And the melons do fill up really quick anyways. And then as the melons are making, I'm going to hopefully make, I don't know what I don't know what Juicy's doing here anyway, so we'll skip that area. Maybe we'll do the next one on, so you have to find another side for the rest of what I want to do, and somehow maybe punch it down there or something. Maybe I can make it like over here, just a little bit this way. So yeah, we'll see. We're going to be having some fun here. So next up will be the melon farm, and I'll just be doing that maybe just with some background talking from us iCrafters and stuff. We'll see what happens. And as you can see, it worked really great and it worked really good. And I've kind of combined a bunch of different designs between mango design, between half slab bacon design, between some stuff that Patty had done. And so on, and just my own flavor to it. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So if you guys like this episode, please do like and subscribe, and definitely leave me a comment. And before we go, there's one more very, very important thing we do. 55 pumpkins, the survey is almost a full stack. Anyway, there's one more very important thing we need to do. We need to check out the cartographer. Gray was already here, and he already stole the map from the cartographer. Yes, he did. And so he already accessed it, which I appreciate, and he didn't lock it, thankfully. Oh, God, that would have been horrible. What? The Ocean Explorer map, by the way, leads to an ocean monument, while the Woodland Explorer map leads to, I guess, a woodland temple. So one compass, 23 emeralds, and interesting. And we now have a map as well, Gray. Yes, I have a map too. So let's go see. Oh, wow, that is super cool, guys. All right, guys, so we're going to save this for the next episode, and we're going to see you guys later on, and we're going to have some fun traveling. And then we'll come back and maybe do the melons after. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. If Gray gets to this first, I'll be so angry. Because I'm the one who found the cartographer first. So at least maybe we could do it as a team or something. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye. Okay, I know there's a bed up there, and I wish to get to said bed. Come on, let me get to the bed. Let me get to the bed, buddies. Thank you. Out of my way, people. Out of my way. I need this bed. This bed is going to be commandeered for the purpose of myself. Okay, there's no bed in here. That's just wrong. That's just wrong, man.